I'm not answering that. Kayla can answer it. I'll ask it. The next fan question is how many times have we been married?
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Gossiping Gypsy Sisters. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Annie. You may know us from the TLC show Gypsy Sisters. We're here with our brand new show where we break down all things gypsy.
From the culture to the fashion to our everyday lives. Each week, we will be updating you guys on our personal lives as well as breaking down the next episode of Gypsy Sisters as we watch them for the very first time right here with you.
So if this is your first time watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more gypsy content. Today we're answering all your burning questions along with a fun game of spill the tea or skip.
But before we get into your questions and our games, let's spill the tea on what's been going on in your life.
Well, what happened was in my life right now, my life is always, you never know what's going on in my life because I'm here, there, yonder, I'm everywhere. But everyone knows I'm going to be a grandma again. I'm super excited because I found out what she's having. I feel like it was just not long ago I found out she was pregnant. Now she already knows what she's having. She's halfway through her pregnancy already. It's crazy how time flies, but she's having a girl and she's naming her Loretta Roxanne.
Oh, I know Roxanne's after you. Where does Loretta come from?
She's always loved Loretta Lynn growing up as a kid and stuff, and she's just always been hooked on the name Loretta. And I actually love it. Like it's just different. I love it. I'm so
Kind of like
excited.
Lavada. Like Lavada's name is super different. Like Lavada, like la 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 bamba. Like I love Lavada's name. Wasn't big on it at first. I was telling Danielle, no, 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 and then now it's one of my favorites. But yeah, Loretta's kind of like Lavada. It's
I
different. You don't
love it.
hear a lot of it. I
Grayson's
like
gonna
it.
have a little sister, and I don't think he's gonna be too happy about it. She has a bear. Now he does love this. She has a bear that has the baby's heartbeat in it, and he'll grab it and hug it and listen to it. But he's so glued to her hip that I can't wait to see how he reacts with the baby when the baby does come because he's the only baby right now, and he thinks he's still a baby, and he is still a baby, but I don't think he's gonna like being a big brother too much, but we'll see. And on top of that, let me tell you what Miss Coco did. You're in Florida right now, right? I called you one day. I was in Myrtle Beach. The next day, I was here moving in a house. Was I not? Remember me calling you,
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
you? So we're here. The whole house has to be painted, right? I didn't like the colors that was in here, so we painted the whole house white. Well, and meanwhile, Carly's here with me because she's been back and forth with me and Josh. So she's here with me right now, and I thought Coco was in the room with her. I'm in the kitchen painting the cabinets, doing what I keeping myself busy, trying to get the house done before the new floor goes down. I goes looking for Coco. Coco's nowhere to be found, but I could find Angel. I start panicking. I start looking under beds and all. Well, a guy come knock on the door asking for a job. He didn't shut the gate behind him, and Coco got out. I starts going to the hotel by me. I starts walking the neighborhood, panicking. I starts crying. I cried for 3 hours. You know what what you are over Diamond, right? If Diamond gets gone, well, what's already happened to you? Remember
That's
Diamond
already
ran
happened
from the
one time. I
she
had a
ran
heart
from
attack.
the Waffle House all the way back down to the campground.
Sure did.
Coco got gone. I start panicking. I starts crying. I called it. The hotel behind me, by where I live at, I called a guy out there. I'm saving crying. I told him my dog's missing. I showed him a picture. I said, "Have you seen this dog?" He said, "A lady just picked her up." Meanwhile, after I did that, I walked into the hotel lobby. The people told me they seen the dog come in there, but guess what they thought she was?
Mm.
They said, "Man, we seen her. She come straight through the lobby. She didn't stop. She come running through the lobby of this hotel. And they thought it was a pig on the loose. They thought a pig was on the loose." The woman
Oh,
starts
pig.
laughing. I'm crying. I'm crying my eyes out. Well, They said the guy told me to seen the lady pick her up. He said she seemed like a very nice lady. Uh, she goes running behind Coco in the lobby, and Coco jumped out of her hand. She got her, but she ran out of her hand, started running again. They thought the dog was hers. He said she says she's going to the closest vet. I called the vet. They told me, yeah, they come to see if the lady brought her in here to see if she was chipped. We told her to take her to the animal shelter. I go to the animal shelter. Coco was not there. They hadn't heard from her. I started crying even more. I said, in my mind, I thought my dog was gone. I'd never see her again. I posted her on Facebook on all the sites that I could possibly post her on. And a woman messaged me, reached out to me. She said, I think my stepmom, because I posted her pictures, got your dog. She found her. Kayla, 15 minutes away. I had to go away to get her. But the lady was honest. She FaceTimed me. And, well, that was the stepdaughter wrote me. And then she gave me her stepmom's phone number. The lady straight FaceTimed me when I tried to call her. She said, is this your baby? She said, you want to know what we've been calling your baby? And I'm crying. Thought my dog was gone. Pearl. She said, we've been calling her Pearl. They said, we've been taking real good. Just about 3 hours, she was gone. Wow. And the lady had a Frenchie too. Had she not had a Frenchie and she had not been an honest lady, my dog would have been gone. I'd never had her back again. And Cook, my dog just like my babies. They're my kids. So yeah, that's what I went through for a whole day. Messed my whole day up.
It would have messed my whole day up.
Now I watch everywhere. I got a baby gate up to the back door, and I put it in here as soon as I moved in. Where the garage goes from the kitchen to the garage because there's a door back there, and I'm not knowing if she'll get out that way. Angel, on the other hand, Drake, only me, you, only few people can get her. If she would have ever got out, nobody would.
It's over.
If she gets loose, nobody's getting their hands on her. I wouldn't have to worry about her being stolen because they wouldn't get her. But Coco thinks that just everybody, she wants everybody's attention.
Well, they thought a pig an honest person.
She had a Frenchie, the lady did. I won't lie, when she FaceTimed me, she was in there running around, but she did look a little scared. But the lady had a Frenchie, and Coco was in there with her Frenchie, and I went and got her, and they brought her out to me, and she got all excited.
Oh, I'm just glad you found her, and I'm glad that an honest person.
I've been remodeling the house. It ain't so much remodeling. We've been painting, changing some things out, and my dog got loose. Other than that, there's not really much more going on in my life at the moment, other than me having a granddaughter, and I'm super happy.
As for me, I'm in Florida right now, honestly living my best life. We, and everybody knows that every year around this time, we all like to come down here for at least a week. But this time coming down here with all the bad weather coming in, we got to extend our stay a little bit. I mean, if this would have been anywhere else, I would probably be really sad and like aggravated wanting to get back home. But I'm in Florida. I'm looking at a palm tree right now.
While you're wearing tank tops, you see I got a sweater on.
Yes.
People wouldn't understand that, would they?
No, that tells it all. It tells that you're in cold and I'm in, I'm in nice
Well, it's
weather.
okay, old girl. You'll be home in a few days and you'll have sweaters back on.
We've been enjoying the pools. We've been enjoying Universal. We have ate everything you can imagine. And believe it or not, for the first time ever, do you know how long I've died to go to a Ruth Chris, but I'm never around one. I've heard so many people tell me about how good Ruth Chris is. I've never got to freaking try it. Well, we were sitting out by the pool the other day, and George said, he said, do y'all want to go to Ruth Chris on Sunday night? I said, come again? He said, there's a Ruth Chris right here. I didn't say another word. I got my phone, downloaded the Open Table, the app where you book, and I booked us to dinner there last night at 8 o'clock. And the food was awesome. We got Danielle told me to try the flaming yum.
I ordered off the kids menu there because I never eat a whole steak.
Me either, but she told me about the 4-ounce flaming yum.
It's really good, bomb.
Unreal. It was unreal. We got that. We had some appetizers. We got sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, dinner rolls, spinach artichoke dip with the little bread chips. It was all good. It was all good. And I finally found one and got to try it.
She likes the lobster mac and cheese.
They ordered that as the appetizer and cleared it. They didn't leave a noodle on the plate. not a noodle.
Yeah, she always does.
And of course, they have the kids with them. Janie and Lavada's here with George and Danielle, and we have Brody. George was supposed to come, but you want to know why he didn't come? And when I say it, you'll say, "Yep." You'll just know because you know how George is. You know that when the flu just kind of broke out, and it started like people started dying from the
That was
flu.
going around Florida. The
Well,
sickness. There's a new flu. Yes.
George was. It was a paid vacation. All he had to do was show up. It was for him and Brody to come with me and Benny. He called me a week before we were supposed to leave, and he said, "Mom, would you get mad at me if I don't go to Florida?" I said, "I don't know why." I said, "What's your reason? Why don't you want to go to Florida?" I said, "We've planned this for months now, and I planned everything around the boys coming." He said, "That flu's out and it's bad." He said, "I'm scared to go." He said, I don't want to really come down there." He said, "And
It's
pick up
already
the flu
killed
or get
people.
sick." So I said, I said, if that's your real reason that you don't want to come, you're scared you're going to get the flu here, because it's different being in a high tourist place versus being home in a little bitty town where there's no comparison in the population. So if you're going to get a flu, you're more apt to get it in a place like this where the population is just insane and people from all over the world's here. So I get it. I understand. When I get back, he's supposed to come and visit though. And Richie and Savannah and those grandkids went to Myrtle Beach to where Anthony is, which is where you left.
They got my room.
They're down there visiting with them. Lexi and Ryan, they're still having problems. I think they're trying to do the best they can to like their deal is co-parenting. They're trying to find that medium with co-parenting, which they've been bumping heads a little bit, but they're getting better. I don't know what'll ever come out of that. You know, I can give all the advice I want, but I can't really like get in her head and make her do anything she doesn't want to do. I don't know what she'll end up doing. I don't know what her like looks like right now. Or what it's going to look like. I think she's still trying to figure things out herself. Sissy, for the first year of 5 or 6 years straight of coming, decided not to come to Florida with us this year because they're buying land. Smart. I'm actually proud of her. She's staying home because they already bought the land, but they're looking to build and possibly sell the house that they're in now rather than to wait to build. So she has a lot of stuff like that going on back home. Me and Benny, we're just keep up with us is all I can say, because we could be from one extreme to the next. Right now, we're talking about when we do go back home, we might be just like dipping out for like a 4-day getaway somewhere. I don't know where, but might be coming back out. I don't think we're not looking forward to going back into the cold. So when we get back, we'll probably settle in for a week or two and probably take out again for a few days. But other than that, we are absolutely enjoying Florida right now. It's been the best. We skipped all that snow and ice, Annie. You got stuck in it. You got stuck there.
I've been remodeling my house. It's okay.
But other than that, all my kids are good. Everybody's great. My grandkids they're all both of us, mine and Betty's both. We have a huge family. We have a shit ton of kids, shit ton of grandkids, and everybody thankfully is doing amazing.
Well, should we dive into today's burning questions?
Let's go.
What's something you believe about yourself 5 years ago that you completely disagree now? Um,
5 years ago, what would I believe about
that you disagree with now?
I'll say 5 years ago, I was, not that I ever liked it, but like drama, that was a big one for me. Learning how to refrain and just, it took me a long time, but I'm finally here. I can't believe that I can honestly sit here today and say 5 years ago, I might would have entertained or got a little upset or fell for some traps. Now it's a flat out, don't even hesitate to put me in anything, because I will not. I've gotten, I rate myself an A in that area right now.
Yeah, I don't do it
Totally
either. I
different.
won't even comment on none of it anymore. There's so much of it going around, especially since this podcast has been going on. It stirred up all kind of new drama, but I don't entertain it myself. So
Well, Annie, have you ever
I say
heard
the
the
same.
saying, if you were doing something bad, what's that saying? If you're not being talked about, then you're not doing something right. Like if you're living life right and you're really like leveling up and things are getting better and better and better and like just your lifestyle is good and things if you have good things going for you, you're going to have people come try to tear you down. I don't in that in our world where like it's just this how it is. I don't know why it's that way because I like to see people level up. I like to see people prosper. A matter of fact, I'd like to see everybody else do a little bit better than me. I just want to be where I'm at. I don't care for anything more. But with that being said, you have people that want to sabotage everything that good that you got going for yourself. And I've also learned to turn my back on that. I've learned who is truly for me and who is not for me, for my happiness.
What's a boundary you used to feel guilty for setting and now you refuse to apologize for?
Saying no. Saying no.
Yeah, I won't apologize for saying what's right.
No, yes.
If I'm telling you something and it's the right thing, I'm not going to apologize for it.
I used to let anybody walk all over top of me and never ever even get mad about it. Now I grew a backbone. Again, I'm not going to apologize for what's right. And I'm not going to make a person feel good about wrong decisions because I can't be bold enough to say, no, that's wrong. I've gotten better in that way too.
What's the hardest lesson you've learned about loyalty, family or otherwise? Well, some family ain't manly no more.
That's,
Family will
that's,
stab you in the back.
that's the hardest thing I have learned is that your family will stab you in the back quicker than a stranger. And that it took me many years to understand that. My mom used to tell me, she used to tell us all the time, you know, what watch just because they're family doesn't mean that, they won't try and tear you down or shit. Some of so, I've seen where they if they could have your home and your spouse, they'd take that too. I don't know. Life's crazy anymore. I don't feel like the respect and morals are like they used to be when I was a small child.
If you could go back and redo one moment from your reality TV days, what would you have handled differently and why?
I would have never let all that escalation of that argument with me and Nettie cause that fight because that yeah, I'm not that same person as I was back then. See, back then I was letting the drama overtake my mind instead of thinking with my head. Instead of thinking with my head and my heart, I was thinking on like instinct, which is not the right thing to do. That was very wrong.
What's something the audience assumes about your life that couldn't be further from the truth?
Everything you see on a gossip page, and I do mean everything that's on a gossip
Well,
page.
some people like to say you're on drugs or you're an alcoholic and this and
That's
that, which is
that's my
far from the
point.
truth.
Everything
So
and all so that some
that's
people
not
is
true at
only
all.
on gossip pages. That's where it all comes from. Yeah, no.
And what's that other page? Reddit. It
I don't
sucks,
even go
man,
there.
to
So
read
yeah.
some of the shit that's on there. I don't either, but my kids get up there and read it and I don't like it.
What's a habit or mindset you had to unlearn in order to grow into the woman you are today?
Don't pay drama no mind. Don't listen to what other people has to say. Go with your instinct. And I had to learn the hard way to keep my mouth shut. But now today I've learned it. I've learned it. I used to get up and run my mouth to everybody. Now I don't let shit get to me. So
And don't believe everything you hear.
leave you here. What does peace actually look like for you now and how different than what you used to chase? I used to chase all the arguments and people. I used to get on there, even to people's faces and defend my name. Now, today, I don't. If somebody got something to say about me, or I just don't let it get to me. I used to let it get to me, and I used to be so quick to run my mouth, but I don't do it anymore because I don't even care. I know me personally. I know what kind of person I am, and somebody that don't know me that used to watch a show that says, "Oh, she's this, she's that," they really ain't lived our lives, so I don't let it bother me.
Well, and peace actually looks like what you're looking at right now. I'm a very, very peaceful soul at this point in my life. And you can tell when a person's at peace because a person that's truly like living a peaceful life, they glow different. People that's living in misery look a little different. Like misery kind of looks like what it's called. I'm very, very, very much so at peace, and there's not a damn thing I would want to change about my life. Not a single thing at this moment. What's a risk you took that scared you at the time but ended up changing your life for the better? Me and Benny divorcing for the first time because we come back together stronger than ever before. I mean, our bumps has become a lot less than they used to be. I- Mine and him, the problem with me and Benny, we're dead on exact. Well, if I'm thinking it, he's speaking it, or it's absolutely vice versa. And that was something we both had to learn. I've never been with somebody that's been 100% all the way me. It's scary sometimes, but anyways, there's
I run from my problems. I don't talk them out. I just shut down and run. I feel like running away from my problems is the thing I'm supposed to do, but I'm learning to get better with it.
communication's the key. That's everything.
When you feel overwhelmed or emotionally drained, what's the one thing that helps you again?
No, what's the one thing that helps ground?
God, prayer.
True.
I turn to the Lord.
First of all, when you feel overwhelmed or emotionally drained, I feel like that's the enemy attacking the mind. Normally, when the enemy starts to attack you, you'll start having crazy thoughts or you might start feeling overwhelmed. But really, that's at the moment you're the closest to your blessings, and the enemy's trying to pull you from that. So, and I know that there's a lot of people in this world that's not, they don't like this religious talk, but that's who we are. And that's just stating straight facts. When you truly learn to just let go and let God, just let go and let God. Everything just looks different, feels different. Everything is different. So I try not to even, when I do get overwhelmed, I remind myself, hold, there's a reason for this, and it's not of God's plan for me to feel this way.
What's something you're excited about right now that you haven't shared publicly yet? Mom, my house. I just talked about it today. I'm excited about my house. I haven't talked about it, but today I'm excited to get it all done and in order, and for my kids. Nettie's with my brothers. So, with that being said, and Lacey's with Crystal, and I'm excited to have their room set up and everything done for when they come home.
I'm excited every day. I get excited over anything. So God forbid something big. I get excited over just a little bit of, I'm excited to be in Florida right now.
I'm jealous you're in Florida right now with the warm weather. Because when I was there, it was freezing cold. So, a question is, do we love living in Tennessee, or would we ever go back to West Virginia? I absolutely would not leave Tennessee. I love being able to jump in my golf cart when the weather's nice out in the summertime. We enjoy the water, the pools, we enjoy the golf cart, and we're in a tourist area, so it's right. I'm a high strung person, so I love doing it all. I stay on the go, 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 go. So I definitely would not leave.
I plead the fifth. I'm not leaving Tennessee. I'm our home is the big TN 10. I give it 10. I rate it a 10.
Hey, sister, I'm the only 10 you'll ever see. I'm not answering that. Kayla can answer it. I'll ask it. The next main question is how many times have we been married?
Well, mine and Benny's marriage made the made the fourth. I made some quick, very, very, very like quick bad decisions, and Yeah. This is my 4th marriage. It's going to be my last one, too.
Mine and we made the 4th too, but kind of 5th because I married Jay twice. So
Yeah, but that's the same person.
yeah, 4. But for very good reasons for divorcing.
Oh, yeah.
For the other ones.
Okay. It is time for a game. Spill the tea or skip. The rules are simple. We're going to be reading the questions aloud, and the other person has 2 choices: spill the answer quite honestly, or skip and move on to the next question. The catch is you can skip once. Are you ready? Let's do it. Question number 1: what's a situation you stayed quiet in, then later wish you had spoken up? I have many, 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 many situations I have stayed quiet and wished I would have spoke up. But the better version of me would rather not speak up like I've been doing to keep the peace.
What's a hard truth about adulthood no one prepared you for? All the freaking bills.
I was just gonna say the same thing, quite honestly. It was good being a child living at home and not having the responsibility of umpteen bills coming in. And an adult is one thing, but being a parent and having to
The
still be
different.
that adult
It's
is a
different.
it is different. And I look at the older I've got, I look at parents, and when I see like actual parents and people doing the right thing, I know what it takes to be that person, and it's not easy. So kudos to anybody out there making that happen, because life is hard as it is, but being a parent's a lot harder. Question number 3: what's something you've outgrown that you didn't realize was holding you back?
Um, Learning to grow up and not be so quick to speak like argumentative drama. I've outgrown all that. I've outgrown all that bullshit talk.
I'm going to skip because I don't feel like there's really been anything that's held me back. If anything, I should have held myself back on different
Nope.
occasions. From I'm
But the
just no,
drama's
that's
only me I can think of. Okay. Have you ever trusted someone who later proved you wrong, and what did you learn from it? I
I,
sure have.
I sure have too. And what have I learned? That you cannot trust everyone, not even people you think you can trust. It takes a long time to build trust, to be able to trust someone from your heart. I've learned that the hard way. What's a version of yourself that you're proud of leaving behind? All the baggage, just all the bullshit, whatever that looks like. We've been through it, enough of it.
What's something you used to chase that no longer impresses you? Drama. Don't impress me. Foolishness. Don't impress me.
I have no answer for that.
Well, I answered it, so go next.
When was the last time you surprised yourself in a good or bad way? TikTok. I cannot believe that I'm sitting here a very, very, very I never dreamed that TikTok would be such a big part of my life, especially and not only at my age, but TikTok is a huge part of my life. I've never seen it coming, but it's here, and it has definitely been life changing. I'll say that for sure. Never dreamed that I would be the one to get up there and do roast battles. And then who would have ever dreamed that it would me, my partner would be my daughter? I never seen that coming. Question number 8: what's a boundary you had to learn the hard way? Not
You had to
everyone
grow up.
thinks of no, what to grow up, but I'll tell you another boundary that I have. It took me a long time to learn that not everyone thinks the way I think.
You
Where
think.
I would where I would go a extra mile, I automatically assume other people thinks the same way, but they don't.
That's something I've learned. Stuff you do for people, they don't return the favor. Like I've learned the same thing. Don't go as strong for somebody that they ain't gonna do the same back for you. What's something people praises you for actually comes with a heavy cost? Kayla's a straight up honest person, and sometimes her honesty, I don't know, sometimes people
You
want to
answered
talk
that
shit.
better than I could have, but that's the dead truth. Yes. Yes, because sometimes that's costing me trouble,
And
but
then there's certain people that hate your honesty, but I mean, you're just an honest person, so.
what's a red flag you ignored because you cared too much? Oh, I've ignored so many red flags because of me being like, I guess, in denial. Or once again, I used to think everyone had the same heart I had and the honesty that I had. Am I perfect? No, but I'm very, very honest. And sometimes I care too much. And that's something I can't change about myself. But it's that's caused me to overlook red flags, thinking that it'll get better. It's really not. I tell myself it's not that dramatic, but really it is. And had I listened to myself on so many other things in life, things would be a whole lot different. If I knew now what if I knew then what I know now, oh my gosh, I just don't even know. Okay, guys, be sure to come back next time when we discuss season 3, episode 8, A Naughty or Nice Christmas. This was a special that we filmed in between season 3 and 4.
And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and send your burning questions in. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys. Love y'all.